Hey everyone, hello. I'm on the road and on the floor in my hotel room, but I wanted to get out a video today to break down my best bets for UFC Fight Night Apex Emmett versus Vallejos this Saturday. This card has some intriguing matchups and I want to place some bets. There's prospects, veterans. I've crunched the numbers, the stats, and tape to bring you my rated picks. These are based on value, fighter styles, and data. And before we jump in, just remember, bet responsibly. I'm going to go through the fights sequentially by star rating. I'm going to give them a star rating, starting with the 1-star bets. The 1-star bets are my higher risk, higher reward bets. For each bet, I'll give you a quick rundown of the fighters and why I'm backing that pick with a focus on the method of victory, when it's applicable, what type of bet it is, and then the potential payout based on the odds. My 1-star bets, which are 25% of your regular bet, is what I'm going to do first. So first up is a 3-fight parlay at plus 975. This is a parlay bet combining 3 individual props and money lines for a big potential payout. So if you bet $100, a win nets you $975 in profit. I've got Kevin Vallejos by decision at plus 235. Vallejos is a rising 17-1 featherweight prospect known for his footwork, his high volume, his striking, and his ability to make mid-fight adjustments. Like, for example, his spinning back fist KO of Giga Chikadze late last year was incredible. He's facing the veteran, I think he's almost 40, Josh Emmett. He's 19-6. He's a power puncher, one-hitter quitter for sure, but he's dropped 4 of his last 5. I think he's on a 3-fight win-loss streak, and he struggles to cut off the cage against mobile fighters. I really like Vallejos here because his cardio and his movement, they're just going to frustrate Emmett in those pocket exchanges, and I think that he's going to outpoint the veteran over 5 rounds. And I think it's going to be a decision rather than risking a finish against Emmett's durability and potential power. The second leg in this parlay is Marwan Rahiki by KO, TKO, or DQ. He's undefeated. He's 7-0, featherweight, from the Contender Series, Season 9, bringing explosive energy, a 100% finish rate, and huge pressure. He rallied for a second-round stoppage in his debut. It was incredible. He's up against Harry Hardwick, 13-4-1, Cage Warriors vet. He's tough, but he got finished quickly on his short-notice UFC debut. He showed big vulnerabilities in his legs. I don't know if you saw that fight. His legs were beat up. I like Rahiki's bet because his pace and his power are going to break down Hardwick early, leading to what I believe is a KO or TKO finish. The third leg in this parlay is Miktabik Oralbai at moneyline minus 315. Oralbai is 15-2-1, welterweight powerhouse that comes from Kyrgyzstan. He's boasting a knockout win over Jack Hermanson and a submission debut over Udos Medic, who is a brawler. Udos is amazing. Okay, this highlights his versatile finishing skills, his athleticism. He's facing Chris Curtis. He's 32-12. He's a veteran who is solid, but he recently moved back to 170 after middleweight runs and relies on close range boxing that Oralbai's explosiveness is just going to exploit. I love Oralbai straight up because his age, his power, and grappling edge. I think he's going to overwhelm Curtis for a win, probably by finish, but safe on the money line. Okay, the next leg in this bet is Jose Delgado by submission at plus 575. This is a prop bet on a victory on a $100 bet paying out $575 in profit. Delgado is 10-2. He's a featherweight prospect with quick stoppage ability, including a 26-second knockout in his recent run. And his strong grappling roots shine when he gets it down to the mat. He's fighting Andre Fili at 25-12. He's a veteran with experience, but he's vulnerable on the ground. He's been submitted multiple times in his career. I like this pick because Delgado's submission game can catch Fili if the fight does hit the mat, especially if Fili uses more of his aggressive style, which opens up the opportunity for Delgado to take him down, leading to a sub, and that's a big value as an underdog. Next up are my 2-star bets, which are 50 to 75% of your regular bet. Y'all, these are a little safer with moderate payouts. Okay, I've got another 3-fight parlay at plus 184. A parlay bet of $100 wins profits to yield $184. The first leg is Elijah Smith at Moneyline, minus 205. Smith is a 9-1 bantamweight up-and-comer with solid all-around skills. He's got good wrestling, good control. He's on a recent streak, which shows improved striking volume. He's facing Su Young Yu, a 16-3 fighter with experience, but he's hittable and he's lost to other wrestlers who like to pressure. I like Smith on the money line because his grinding style and cardio, they should dominate you for a clear win, likely by decision. The next leg is Echer Sosa. That's at Moneyline, minus 250. Sosa is a 14-1 bantamweight with technical striking and strong defensive wrestling. He's coming off wins that highlight his ability to outpace opponents on the feet. Against Luan Lacerda, a 13-3 grappler who's aggressive, but he's been outstruck in losses. I like Sosa because his footwork and his counters are safe while picking apart Lacerda for a moneyline win, probably going the distance. Next up is Manuel Sosa at Moneyline, minus 278. Sosa is a 13-1 lightweight Dana White Contender Series grad with stopping power shown in his third-round finish over Christian Perez. His only loss was to a tough opponent. He takes on Bolaji Oki at 10-3. He's a fighter, alternating wins and losses, vulnerabilities in prolonged exchanges. I like Sosa straight up on this because his athleticism and his finishing instincts are a threat, and I think that will overpower Oki early for a moneyline victory. The number 2 is a 2-star parlay at plus 169. Another parlay, $100, profits 169. Rahiki, moneyline, minus 275. As I said earlier, Rahiki's undefeated. He's got finishing prowess that make him strong favorite against Hardwick's defensive issues. I like him on the money line for his overall performance. Second leg is Charles Johnson at minus 205. Johnson is an 18-8 flyweight, sort of an enigma with knockout power. He's got upsets over the champ, Joshua Van. He has explosive hands that can end fights quickly. He's got crazy hair. He's facing Bruno Silva, 15-7-2, a veteran with consistent effort, but who's been finished early. I like Johnson because his one-punch KO ability, I think it's going to exploit Silva's forward pressure for a moneyline win. Third leg, Big-to-Big Oralby at the money line, minus 315. Oralby's power and versatility make him a lock against Curtis on the money line. My 3-star bets are 100% of your regular bet, okay? So now my 3 stars are solid conviction plays. So these are the ones I feel confident about. First, Jose Delgado by finish, minus 137. Prop bet on any finish, KO, TKO, sub, or DQ. His stoppage heavy style and grappling threat against Fili's sub vulnerabilities make this appealing. I like him to end it inside the distance rather than going to cards. I think Fili's occasional ground lapses are going to make him vulnerable here to the finish. Second, Bia Mesquita by submission, minus 108. This is a prop bet on a sub win, even money, essentially, pretty much. 108 bet wins $100. Mesquita is a 6-0 BJJ champ debuting at UFC bantamweight with elite ground skills, multiple submission wins in her MMA transition. She faces Montserrat Rendon, 7-1, who's a striker, but has been controlled on the mat before, and so she's just entered Mesquita's war zone. I like Mesquita because of her grappling pedigree and prowess. I think she's going to take over once it hits the mat, and that's going to lead to a submission. She chains attacks, and she's going to chain attacks against Rendon's defense. Now for my 4-star bets, 100 to 200% of your regular bet. My highest conviction, these are your highest conviction ones. Marwan Rahiki by knockout, TKO, or DQ at plus 143. A prop bet on TKO or KO wins $143 if you bet 100. His perfect finish rate, overwhelming pressure, and as I mentioned earlier, position him perfectly against Hardwick's history of being stopped. I like this because Rahiki's power and energy should lead to, I'm thinking, a referee stoppage or KO. And I'm going to make it my top play for value and likelihood. So to wrap this up, let's talk about how I weight my bets based on stars. My system is all about balancing risk and conviction. 1-star bets are the long shots with massive payoff, high risk like plus 975, but lower win probability. So I only risk 25% of my regular unit size to chase the upside without overexposing myself. My 2-star bets step up to 50 to 75% sizing with better odds like plus 184, offering solid value on higher probability combos. These stars are full unit parlays at even money or slight juice, where I have a strong data-backed confidence. Did a lot of research on this. All 4 stars get 100 to 200% sizing because these are my locks. This is where I have the highest conviction relative to the risk, like plus 143 on a method I see hitting often. So what do you think of these bets? I just wanted to get this out the door. So sorry, my hair's a mess and I'm in a hotel room. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're planning to bet on this weekend. And if you're tailing any of these, subscribe for more. Like the video if you can. Let's cash some tickets this weekend. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're placing your bets on. And I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Peace out. Mwah.